Remember 2 weeks ago when I said we were going to talk about Outrun Europe? Yeah, I got the name wrong. US Gold produced this game under a slightly less English sounding title, Outrun Europa. And no, we're not going into space. We're going around Europe.
RetroKork.
Outrun.
Outrun Europa is a deviation from the previous installment of the Outrun series. Well, at least in a way. In both previous games you drove around in your Ferrari all the time. In this game you're not doing that. Oh, and this game has a backstory. Yes, story in what basically is an arcade racing game. The driver from the previous games is now called Simeon Kurtz, a member of Unit 6, British Intelligence. He's been tasked to take some documents to a dead drop in Berlin, Germany. But his car gets stolen in London. Yeah, he was at headquarters. Anyway, when he asks for backup, well, let's just put it that way, they're not reacting very nicely, and most likely his former colleagues, or his colleagues, are now on the hunt for him. Oh, and the police want him too. But for what? Well, to catch the thieves of his car, he steals a motorcycle. And that's probably one of the reasons he's wanted. That and treason, actually. Fortunately, the police comes with their horns blazing. The police cars. And our protagonist takes the scenic route to the White Cliffs of Dover. Or at least I think it's the White Cliffs of Dover. It's a white wall on one end and it's a sheet. And it's a drop off at the other. Down at the channel he sees his Ferrari loaded onto the ferry, and he pursues it in a conveniently placed jet ski. Riding the jet ski during his chase across the channel, he has to avoid what might be depth charges or grenades or what have you dropped from helicopters. He has to avoid other people who are crossing the channel. The lighthouses, which seem to be littered all across the channel, at least in this game. Oh yeah, and the police boat. This time, the police does not have its horns blaring. To defend himself, the jet ski is equipped with hand grenades that are launched, that he tosses just up in the air, and depending on how much his jet ski is tilted, they go to the left and right. I don't know, we'll see them again soon. After having landed at the beach in France, we grab a Porsche that's just sitting around with its key in the ignition. Even the main character kind of looks at it and goes, huh? And now we head south towards Spain. If I may interject here, now we've seen pretty much all the designs for the roads and the side of the road, besides the cars. There's only one graphical element that'll come in a later segment of the game, in the second to last level. Everything else we'll see, like the buildings, they're only recolorings of those we have seen already or seen in this level. So, we've crossed the border to Spain and are now heading to the enemy's location before they can ferry off. the car to Italy. If I may say so, this is a very convoluted plan. I mean, why not take it from Great Britain to France, via Switzerland and Austria, then to Italy? You don't need to go all very. Oh wait, I know why they did that. More levels. So, what is the level after taking the Porsche through Spain? If you guessed driving something across the Mediterranean Sea, you are correct. The thing we drive to Italy is a speedboat. Not that it really matters, because gameplay-wise it feels exactly like the jet ski. And even the speedboat itself is actually a reused sprite from the previous water level. And of course, there still are the cops and their silent boats, as well as helicopters and the explosive suit toss-up. I wonder, are they supposed to be mortar shells? Now in Italy you'll get to see a completely new graphic. The top of a Roman temple. Well, to be perfectly honest, in every level of the game, not taking place at the cliffs of Dover, who also double as the Pyrenees and the Alps, you'll see the city line specifically created for that leg of the journey. I have to say, sometimes they feel very well crafted, and sometimes they feel like, what am I supposed to put in here? Material, especially in the end section of the water levels. Now in Italy you hunt down the enemies in a friend's Ferrari, and after that level there's one last level. You take your own Ferrari and drive to Berlin. This one's extremely hard due to the fact that the level is completely at night, and therefore it's much harder to play, because a lot of the elements are black. The cliffs that double as the Alps, black. Yeah, and here you have it. Outrun Europa. Feels like a cheap cash-in to me, actually. But if you like your racing games to be a little bit more versatile, to look a little different sometimes, yeah, I could see the appeal. Next time we'll take a look at an arcade game. At a cartoony arcade game. No, not Dragon's Lair again. I'm not going into that again. I've already done that. No, instead I'm going to talk about Roadrunner. Meep meep.